Welcome back. Week 21, Marathon Freedom Investors. Whatever I say on here is not a suggestion to buy, sell, or trade. I'm strictly here on YouTube for entertaining purposes. That's why we download YouTube, for entertaining. We didn't come on the internet for financial advice. But if you like what I'm doing, maybe apply it to your life. If you don't like what I'm doing, get down in that comment section. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so I could be a pro just like you. All right. Week 21. Man, 30 something more weeks remaining in the year. 31 to be exact. All right. Where we at? The account value, $14,228.27. Yes, we are slowly grinding it. Not even midway through the year, but a couple weeks from being in the midway through the year, right? Open profit and loss, we're up $1,778.38, which is 17%. Let's go. Let's go. Market value, that's everything I have invested. So 12,205 and 62 cents. Cash balance, because this whole YouTube is saying that the market's going to fall. So you kind of got to keep some bread to the side, because people do get scared, and news do control the market. So if the market does fall 5, 8, 10%, I want to be able to maximize those profits. I want to maximize my profits by investing when the market is down. So that's why we have $2,022.82 sitting in the sideline for that market to fall. All right, but we are slowly putting that money in the market. What we do weekly, DCA, slowly grind. But we're gonna keep a big cash pile, because we're like Warren Buffett. You know what I'm saying? We're just ready for the market to fall, invest. Market comes back up, whether it's a year, 2 years from now, and then maximize profit. All right, let's get into the stock. Let's make this video short, simple, and quick. SMH, semiconductor ETF. Let's go ahead and click it. Whoop, we're there. This is my semiconductor ETF. I'm up $419.52, which is 43.98%, almost 44. My market value, or what it's worth, in total is $1,373.76. What I have invested, what I put my hard-earned money in, was $953.96. I have 2.34351 shares of SMH, and I like to keep it roughly around 10% in my portfolio. Right now, it's sitting at 11.25%. The average purchase price, which is considered my threshold, is my average price to purchase is $407.06, and right now what it's worth is $586.19, and that is SMH. Also, we did purchase a little bit on 519. Purchased about $20 worth last week, and that's SMH. So let's go to the next one, which is VXUS, which is my international stock ETF or index fund. What it's worth in my portfolio right now is $64. What I made on it so far is $64.42. It's up 6.75. Right now, it's one of my laggers, but it's still a great stock, so I can get exposed to the international. So I can be exposed internationally. The market value right now is 1018.40. What I have invested with my hard-earned money is $953.99. I have 11.91116 shares of VXUS. I like to keep it roughly around 10% of my portfolio. Right now, it's sitting at 8.34. And the average purchase price is $80.09. But the last price of what it's worth, since close, is $85.50. And we purchased $20 worth of it on 519, which was last week, because we put money in the market every single week. All right, let's go to the next stock. VOO, which is my Vanguard S&P 500. This is where I get my broad exposure to the market. Right now, I'm up $572.91. It's 10.63% up so far. what it's worth in my account is $59.64. It's $5,964.74. And what I have invested with my hard-earned money is $5,391.82. I have 8.64518 shares of VOO. I like to keep it roughly around 50% ratio of my portfolio. Right now, it's sitting at 48.87%. And the average price of purchase, or where I got it at, is $623.68. And the last price is where it's sitting at right now, and is $689.84. All right, just kind of give you an idea. If the broad market, let's say the VOO, the broad market were to drop 10%, we're looking at it to drop at like what? Roughly $68. So to put it roughly around the same price of where I purchased it at $62, at $623.86. So that's kind of give you an aspect of how I'm looking at, if the market does fall 10, 15% of where I be repurchasing it at that $2,000 mark. We purchased $200 worth of VOO at $5.19 last week. Like I said, we're going to always DCA and slowly put our money in the market no matter what. All right, SPMO. This is one of my favorite stocks that I've owned right now. It is the S&P 500 Momentum ETF, SPMO. It's up $721.72, which is 23.08%. The market value of what it's worth in my portfolio is $3,849.10. The total amount that I put in with my hard-earned money is $3,127.38. I own 26.25224 shares of SPMO. I like to keep it roughly around 30% of my portfolio. Right now, I'm sitting at 31.53%. And my average purchase price is $119.13. And the last price of what it was worth is $146.62. And we purchased about $60 worth of SPMO on $5.19. Yep. And that gave us 0.43171 shares of SPMO. Man, this is the recap. There's not really much to say. If we want to talk tech, let's see. Tom Lee says that the market could go higher with Anthropic, SpaceX, and OpenAI whenever they soon release in June. Nvidia had great earnings. Broadcom's earnings come up, I believe, the first week of June. So we're looking at good companies in the near future. Mind you, a lot of people got money to the side, just like I do. So a lot of people are going to look to swing some of these swings and invest in some of these new IPO, which is initial. What is that? Initial IPO. Initial. I can't think of the name of it, but the initial price opening or something like that. So these new companies that's going to IPO, look it up. I'm not sure what it is. A lot of people are going to be wanting to invest in these and getting them in early on. You know what I mean? They want to be they want to be in these stocks just like Nvidia before it blows up, before it becomes the top 10 company, especially Anthropic. So overall, where I'm getting at is get in the market, find you some, just get in the market. You know what I mean? Just get in the market. Inflation has kicked our ass in the last 8 years, right? Since 2018 all the way to now. If you're not in the market, you're losing. If your money's sitting in the bank, you're losing. The S&P gave well over 60% in the last 3 years. So your money's not growing unless it's sitting in the market. Point blank. I don't know what to tell you. So if you like what you came and saw, please subscribe, hit that like button, share, and I'll see you week 22. Thank you.